So you see in the picture, in what he is doing, the man, what is he doing?
Chopping those woods.
Cutting down the tree.
Yes, right. He is chopping the wood. So because the today's story is about the very hardworking boy who is also a woodcutter. So let's see the lesson. So let me write the name of the lesson. Do you know it? Is it the word are visible that I am writing with the highlighter?
Yes, sir.
So what I have written, Sitanshu, can you read out? Okay, now? Okay. So the name of the lesson is the Taro Reward. Okay. Actually, Taro is the name of a young boy. So let us start our lesson. So a young woodcutter named Taro lived with his mother and father on a lonely hillside. All the day he chopped wood in forest. Though he worked very hard, he earned very little. This money made him sad, for he was a thoughtful son and wanted to give his old parents everything they needed. So there was a boy whose name is Taro, and he lived with his mother and father in a hillside, in a lonely hillside. So what he do, to fulfill his parents need, he used to work very hard. He used to chop wood in the forest all the day and night. So in spite of working very hard throughout the day, he earn a very little amount, and this make him sad, because when a person work very hard for something, but in as a output he is not getting what he deserves, so it will definitely make sad for we people also, when we do some hard work and we do not get the result what we want, so it will obviously make us sad, right? So this is the story about Taro. Now, and what happened next? One evening, when Taro and his parents were sitting in a corner of their hut, a strong wind began to blow. So one day, in one evening, when Taro and his parents, they were sitting in the corner of their hut. So and at the time, there was a very strong wind, and that began to blow in their hut, in their area. So it whistled through the crack of the hut, and everyone felt very cold. So it whistled through the crack of the hut. So you see this what I have underlined. Chitanshu, can you read out this word? Whistle. The meaning of whistle through I have written here. You read the meaning here. What is it? Whistle through. Pass through a sound. So it is written is that it whistled through a crack of the hut. So that sound was passing through that hut. So everyone felt very cold. So everyone, it means the Taro and his parent, they were felt very cold. So suddenly Taro father said, "I wish I had a cup of shake. I would warm me. It would warm me and do my old heart good." So suddenly the Taro father said that he wished to have a cup of shake. You know the shake, S-A-K-E, is a kind of the Japanese drink. Since this chapter is on the background of the Japan or Japanese Japanese tale, so shake is also you know that Japanese drink. So in that very cold evening, that Taro father wished to have a shake to make him warm. That so that and the process is not given in this book. It is not just mentioned the word only. I don't know how it is made, but I will let you know. Okay. Okay. So in the picture, what you have guessed, Priti Datta, can you say what the picture depict?
Sir, I think this is the money bag wallet,
This one?
and
Yeah.
yes, and the
Yes.
hand, that is lady's hand, maybe
What it symbolize?
wife's
What is
wife,
symbolize?
or like the female actually asking money for money to her husband or brother, like any
No,
male
no.
person.
Actually, see what happened. We have seen that his father, na, the Taro father, wished to have a cup of sake, that drink, na. So
Huh.
that actually that drink was very expensive, but
Oh,
Taro had a very little amount of money, right? So it's in spite of working all day, the chopping, he actually chopped that wood to earn his income, but he what earned very little money. But when his father wished the sake, na, that the sake was very expensive. So that's why it's through the picture it's saying
He's showing
like
that wallet that I don't
yeah,
have money, like enough money
yeah,
to buy.
yeah, no money to buy. So
Okay.
see what happened next. We'll read out. So this made Taro sadder than ever. So when his father wished to have a cup of sake, so this definitely make him sad because he had no money to buy such an expensive drink. So he asks himself, so how do I get a little sake for my old father? He decided to work harder than before. So he asks himself that how he will like get a little sake for his father. It was very expensive, so he decided to work more harder than before. And in the next morning, Taro jumped out of bed earlier than usual and made his way to forest. So as a result, as he have to work hard, na, so he jumped out of the bed earlier as usual. So to earn the extra income, to what to say to do extra work. So he chop and cut as the sun climbed. So he chopped and chopped the wood, and when the sun climbed, he is still working. So in the middle of his work, he what happened? See, take off his jacket. So it was hot, so he take off his jacket, and his mouth was also dry, and his face was also like sweating during that hot. But he was motivated because he thought that he have to work hard. There is no other option. He cannot exit because he had by doing extra work he have to like earn extra money. Why did he want extra money, Ruby? Why he decided to work extra time?
Because he wanted to
Because
give his father the sake that he was not able to because he had no money.
Yes, because yes, Ruby, you are right. So he wanted to buy the expensive sake for his father. As the price of that sake is expensive, so he definitely need to do extra work. And see, so what you see in the picture, anyone can tell this. This is men. So what is this? Can you identify this?
sir, can you zoom in?
Sir, it's a I think it's a stream, and Taro is drinking water, right,
Yes,
sir?
but you are very near to the answer. Actually, he's not drinking water. He's running toward the direction of the stream. Okay, he's not drinking. But picture it is showing that stream, that waterfall is very near to his hand. Na? That's why you are seeing that
Yes,
he's
sir.
actually not
Okay.
drinking.
Okay, sir.
So actually, he's running toward the direction of that stream. So let me just say, so when he when he was doing this extra work for extra money, so then suddenly what happened? Taro stopped chopping. So he suddenly stopped that cutting the wood. Why he stopped? Let us know. So what was that sound he heard? So Taro heard some sound in that forest. Could it be possibly be rushing water? So he asked question himself that, say, could it be a rushing water? Taro could not remember ever seeing or hearing a rushing stream in that part of the forest. So before he had never heard such sound. So he had not remembered such type of thing in the forest. He had when he usually worked in that forest, he had never observed such things in the forest. So now he was running toward the that stream. So as he was thirsty, the axe which he used to chop the wood dropped from his hand, and he ran in the direction of the sound. So till now, what we have understood, let us check. So who was Taro? Can you say now? Anyone, you can say who was Taro?
Taru
a
was-
young boy.
But Ruby, I cannot hear.
Sir, Taru was a youngster.
Taro was a young man who lived in the hillside with his parent, and he was a what he used to do? Woodcutter, right?
He was a woodcutter.
Sir.
Yeah.
Woodcutter.
So where did Taro and his family live? In a lonely hillside. Okay, let us continue. So what is in the picture?
Stream of water.
Yes. Since we are continuing with the story that Taro was running, he ran in the direction of the red sound of the water. Na? So see what happened in the next. So Priti, can you read this?
Yes, sir. Taro saw a beautiful waterfall. Then he get down near the waterfall and put a little water in his cup and taste it. He get confused. Was it water or was it sake? He tasted it again and again, and always it was the delicious sake instead of cold water.
Okay, Priti. Thank you. So
Thank you, sir.
as we see in the picture that there is a waterfall. So Taro saw a beautiful waterfall, right? Then he get down near the waterfall. You see this picture here, na? It's one man. So let's assume that he is a Taro. So near the waterfall, and put a little water in his cup and taste it. So since he is carrying a cup, so he put a little water in his cup and taste it. He get confused. Was it water or was it sake? So he tasted again and again, and always it was the delicious sake instead of cold water. So he was so to say very surprised, because when he taste the water, na, actually he find the taste of water as a taste of sake. That's why he was also a little confused. So he asked the question himself: was it water or was it sake? So we find that the water as a taste of sake. Then we'll see. So Taro quickly filled the pitcher he had with him. So Taro quickly filled the pitcher that he had with him and hurried home. So you see the meaning of the pictures here. So Ruby, can you read out this? What is
Sir,
pitcher?
Pitcher, a pot usually made of mud.
So yes, right. So Taro quickly filled the pitcher he had. So Taro quickly filled the pot he had, and he way back to his home. The old man was delighted. Who was the old man here? Taro's father. So old man was delighted because Taro bring a sake in the pitcher. So after only one swallow of the liquid, he stopped shivering and did a little dance in the middle of the floor. So after having just one swallow of that liquid, right? So he stopped shivering, means he stopped the vibrating. He stopped the movement. When people had such type of drink, they like randomly vibrate or do some unusual activity. Na? So he said after getting one swallow, he stopped shivering and he started dancing in the middle of the floor. Now he is very charged by such drink. So definitely he is dancing in the floor. So, and what happened next? So that afternoon, a neighbor who was for a visit stopped in Taro house. So there was a visitor, and the visitor was that a neighbor of his Taro. So Taro and that visitor stopped in the Taro house, right? And Taro family politely offer a cup of shake. So Taro family, what happened? Offer a cup of shake. So that neighbor drank and thanked the old man. So after drinking, he thanked the old man. So then Taro told the story of magic waterfall. Then Taro told about the story that how he find the water of that stream as the taste of shake. So then a neighbor left in a hurry. What happened then? The neighbor left the place in a hurry. By night, that neighbor had spread the story throughout the whole village. So what happened? By the night, he spread the message throughout the whole village that the taste of the waterfall, that water is like the taste of the shake. So just one question here: who visited the Taro house that afternoon? Anyone can attempt this question.
Neighbor, sir.
Okay, well, you are right. Okay, very good. You are enjoying the story, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this picture, what's your view about this picture?
They all hurry to the waterfall to collect shake.
No, you are very near to the answer actually. Not hurry to the waterfall, but as we see that the message of that waterfall spread throughout the village. Na? So in the next day, these people actually processing marching toward the Taro's house, right? So see, that evening there was a long procession. So as the message was spread in the village, then there was a long procession of visitor to the woodcutter house, that Taro house. So each man heard the story of the waterfall and took a sip of the shake. In less than an hour, the pitcher was empty. So each man heard about the story and they all took a sip of that shake, and in less than an hour, that pitcher was empty. So in the next morning, Taro started for walk even earlier than the morning before. So next, the Taro started working. He go to the work even as earlier than before. So, and also he carried the largest pitcher he owned, so that he can bring as much as possible. What he found, to his great surprise, all his neighbor there. So when the next morning, when Taro went again, so he was very surprised to see that there was a all his neighbor was there in that waterfall. So that neighbor were carrying pitchers, jar, bucket, anything they could find to hold the magic shake. So that that villager were, so to say, very clever. They were carrying like everything they can, like jar, bucket, so that they can bring as much as they can. So then one villager knelt and held his mouth under the waterfall to drink, and then suddenly angrily, water, nothing but water. Then one villager just knelt down near that waterfall and just he tried the taste of the water, but he found that it is like a water only, nothing like that of shake. So he shouted very angrily. So you see in the picture that they were very angrily, that people were shouting that it's nothing like that of shake. It was only water. So we have been tricked, shouted the villager. So Sitanshu, do you know the meaning of trick? Trick. Do you know the meaning of this word? It is like cheated. Okay, so we have been cheated, shouted the villager. So villager shouted that we have been cheated. Where is Taro? Let us drown him into this waterfall. But Taro had been wise to sleep behind a rock when he saw how the thing were going. So when the villager find that taste of that water is the water, normal water only. So at the time, the villager think that they were cheated and they were searching the Taro. But actually Taro was hiding behind the rock and he was observing everything. So muttering their anger and disappointment, the villager left the place one by one. Taro came out from his hiding place. Was it true? He wondered. Once more he got a little liquid in his hand and put it to its lips. It was the same fine sex. So um, muttering their anger and disappointment. So see, you see the meaning of muttering is here is to speak quietly and in a low voice. So in very quiet manner that people were uh, leaving that place one by one. So Taro came out from the place and he wandered. So he again experimented water. So he tasted the water and he find it was sick only. But when the that his villager, when they were testing the water, it was water. So but Taro found it sick. So to everyone else it gave only cold water, but Taro it gave as the taste of sick. So the story of Taro and his magic waterfall reached the emperor of Japan. So since this story was on the background of the Japan, so this story was reached in the emperor of Japan. He sent for the young woodcutter and rewarded with 20 pieces. You see the pieces is the coin is here. So he 20 pieces of gold for having being so kind and so good and kind. So for his kind and good character, he that emperor rewarded the 20 pieces of gold. So then he named the most beautiful fountain in the city after Taro. So the name of that waterfall also named in after the name of Taro. That the name of the waterfall is also named after him. So this said the emperor was to encourage all child to honor and to obey their parents. So why he emperor named that waterfall in the name of Taro? It is only because to encourage all the child so that they will obey and respect their parent. So this is all about the story. So let me summarize in a very short way. So this is a story of a woodcutter who lived in his with his old parent. So one day when his father expresses to his wish to have a cup of soup, sake, Taro started to working very hard because that drink were very expensive. So Taro started to work very hard, and when he was chopping the wood in the middle of the forest, then suddenly he find that there is one waterfall which he never observed before. So that waterfall actually is like we call it magic waterfall, because you find the taste of that water as a sec, but other people find it as a water only, because it is it is a kind of like a reward for the Taro, because as the title of the story suggests, Taro's reward. So this is actually the reward for Taro by the god, because he was a very hard working. So and after that the story was also reached to the emperor of the Japan. So he rewarded the Taro, and also he named that waterfall in the name of the Taro, so that to encourage the other child so they can respect their parent. So Preeti, can you say what is the moral of the story? What value do you learn from this chapter actually? Do you understand the story? Do you have any
Yes, I did
confusion?
understand. No, I don't have
Okay.
any question,
So
confusion.
according to you, what is the moral of this story? Like what you thought?
According to me, I would say that the belief that Taro had and the
Yeah.
hard working he did, so
Yeah.
hard works always pays off. So if you do
Yes,
hard
you are
work
very right.
today or
Yes.
tomorrow, you will get your due. That is
Yeah.
what I have
In the
learned.
story, you see that Taro was that he find the taste of that water as sick, but that other people find as water only. Why Taro find
Yes,
and why
yes.
other find water? Do you know the reason
Because,
behind this?
yes, yes, because he worked hard, and that is why he found it very sweet. Whereas the other people just heard of it and they just ran after the water just to get it for free. So I don't know, like I feel like that.
Yes, yes, you are right. So you see the yes, Yes, Sitansh, you are also very right, because when we work hard now, we will definitely get it output in the upcoming life or in the near future. So you see, the some moral is, one should always work hard to fulfill the dream and wishes of the parent. A child should be obedient and hardworking to make parents' life happier. So this is the main moral of this story. And for your assessment, there are some question. You can attempt this question. So anyone can attempt. I won't take your name. So who was Taro, and what sound he heard while cutting the wood? Sitansu, can you say this? Who was Taro? Okay, let me tell. Taro was a woodcutter. So woodcutter. Okay, and he heard the sound of that waterfall when he was cutting the wood in the forest. So why did the emperor reward Taro and name the fountain after him?
Sir, the emperor rewarded Taro because of his respect and hard work he has shown for his parents, and the name he gave it as a reward name after Taro, the fountain.
Yes, you are right. So to yes, to be specific, yes, Siddhanshu, and he named the fountain as Tarobi to encourage the other children so that they can respect their parent. So Taro was being rewarded by God for his hard work. So what's your view about this? Can you justify Taro was being rewarded by God for his hard work? Can you justify just in 1 or 2 lines?
Sir, if we believe that God has rewarded, then okay, then we can say that God has rewarded because he was deserving and he was hardworking, and but if we say that it's not God, it's his hard work, his effort that has actually rewarded Taro.
Okay, but I am agree with your point. So thank you so much for your cooperation. So this is your assignment. So homework: why do we need to respect and take care of our parents? You just write minimum 7 to 8 lines. Okay. Okay. Thank you, student.
Thank you so much, sir. It was interesting.
Thank you,
I
sir.
hope you have understood the lesson.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
So this is all about.
Hello. Thank you, Siddhanshu.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank
Yes,
you,
ma'am.
everyone. Thank you, Ashok.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
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 Sir, our session is completed now. Ruby,
ये वाह, सबने इतना अच्छा पढ़ाया. वाह.
कैसा?
Yeah.
वो मेरा कैसा था?
Oh.